Good morning, everyone. So we have 3 piles here, and this is going to be a love reading. So what is your situation in your love reading? We're going to do, it's 3 cards to start. So it's a past, present, and future reading, and then we'll pull some other cards. We're using the gold deck to start, but we'll probably be, I'm pretty sure we're going to be pulling some blue cards to clarify, and maybe even some oracle cards. So I'm going to open the energy. Oh, and we have some crystals here for you. I have, they're all pink because we're doing the heart. We're doing the love reading. So we have lepidolite, we have rose quartz, and we have tunlite there. So I'm going to open the energy and let you pick your piles, and then we'll get started. All right, if you haven't picked your pile yet, pause the video and do so. And I will get started though with my pile number ones right away here. All right, my pile number ones. Let's see what you have to tell us. Spirit, guides. Okay, so pile number one. Past, recent past. This is the Knight of Cups. This card is very clear that some unconscious thoughts, emotions, feelings, etc. have risen to the surface, okay? So, yeah, whatever has been suppressed or, yeah, just pushed to the back of your consciousness, or, you know, maybe you didn't even push it there, maybe it was just living there, it's risen to the surface. So you have had some unconscious thoughts and feelings that have risen to the surface recently about your relationship, about your love life. And that's what this card is showing us very clearly. So that's the past, the recent past. This is the present. This is keeping you up at night, okay? These thoughts, these emotions, whatever it is that's risen to the surface, you don't really know what to do with them yet. You're processing them. You have some anxiety around them. You have some worries. You're a little stressed, okay? You can see she's clearly a little bit stressed and not staying, she can't sleep, right? So that's what this is about here. So yeah, you're thinking about this. You're thinking, now that these thoughts and feelings and emotions have risen to the surface, you can't stop thinking about them, is what this card tells me, okay? So, and then this card tells me, this is the future. This card tells me that you are fascinated by all of this, though. You're very fascinated by it. And you're going to start to study it in some way. You're going to, you're really paying attention to it, okay? So you might be overthinking it a little bit in the present, but you're going to start to understand it. That's what this is telling me, okay? You're going to start to understand it. So, you're going to start to understand your emotions. You're fascinated with them. You're fascinated with these feelings. You're starting to discover yourself. You know, this is, and you're fascinated by this. You're like, wow, you know, I didn't know I had these thoughts. I didn't know I had these emotions. I didn't know I had these feelings. And now you're really wanting to, like, they kind of came up to the surface. You're a little, you know, stressed about it, but you're moving to a place of understanding them and actually really actively seeking to understand them, okay? So that tells me you're headed for a journey of self-discovery, okay? And so what does this have to do with your love life besides, you know, you're thinking about it a lot and you're, you know, you have some things rising to the surface. So some of you, I'm going to just say, some of you, when this happened, this rising to the surface, you may have ended a relationship. Some of you may still be in the relationship, okay? That doesn't change anything. Regardless of whether you ended a relationship or you're still in a relationship, you're moving to a period of self-discovery. And this is going to affect your relationship because the more you get to know yourself and get in tune with your thoughts and your feelings, the more it's going to, you know, shift your relationship one way or the other. It'll either shift you, well, it's going to shift you regardless, right? So it's going to shift you, I should say. And when you're shifted and you're more in tune with yourself, what you want from your relationships is going to change, and your relationship is inevitably going to change to meet you in your shift, or it could possibly end and you might get a new one. But the relationship you're in, if you're in one, could shift and be a new one for you. So I'm going to move these cards off to the side here, and I'm going to use the blue cards to see. Okay, here we go. The blue cards want to talk to us. Okay, so you really are stressing about this, okay? There's something about this that you just can't stop thinking about, okay? So, yeah. Okay, so let's try to tell you what is coming for you. We have the Fool card here. So this means that a new beginning is coming for you, a new slate. You're going to become a new person, actually, a brand new person here. So as a result of thinking about this nonstop, because that's what you're doing, you can't even sleep, and opening yourself up to self-discovery, being fascinated by how you feel and who you truly are. You're discovering who you truly are is what this is telling me, and you're fascinated by it, but you can't stop thinking about it. Like once these thoughts and emotions and feelings have come up to the surface, you just can't, you can't be the person that you were before. Oh, that's why you're staying up at night. That's why you're thinking about it so much. You can't go back, right? Once these thoughts and feelings and emotions come to the surface, you can't go back. So that's what's kind of keeping you up at night. And you are becoming a whole new person. You're going to have a whole clean slate. Whether you're staying in a relationship or you ended a relationship, you are becoming a new person. And this person is fearless and free. Okay? So you're not afraid to be yourself anymore. That's where you're headed. Okay? So this was the past, the present, and this is the future. So, you're going to still have a little bit of worry and stress as you're on this self-discovery. Okay, so this is the future continued here. So don't worry about that. You're going to have, you just can't stop thinking about it. It's not so much stress as you just can't stop thinking about who you are and the self-discovery that you're going through. But that is going to bring this transformation. Remember I said it would bring a transformation, a shift in you to becoming this, the Fool, who is not a fool. The Fool is just very free and very fearless. And so you're becoming that person, okay? And what this card is telling me is that all your hard work of self-discovery is going to pay off. So you are going to shift into this person that you're meant to be, a fearless, free person. And that's going to shift you into, all of this is going to shift you into being that person. And that is going to pay off. You're going to be rewarded for that. So in your love life, regardless of if you stay in the relationship or you've left a relationship and you're looking for a new relationship, or if you haven't had a relationship and you're just looking for a new relationship, and you've just started to figure out who you are and what you want, that work of self-discovery is going to pay off, because that's what I'm getting here with this card. And then we get this Two of Cups, which is a beautiful card. It's the partnership card, and it's the partnership card in love and emotions, and so you couldn't get a better card. You are going to have a stronger, healthier relationship as a result. This is also the Temperance card, okay? And Temperance is like a whole new level of balance and moderation and just being able to be fair and balanced and all of that. So this is a beautiful card. Temperance is what you want in your relationship. You want it to be the yin and yang, it's going back and forth. The flow is going back and forth. You want that in your relationship. So that's what's going to come to you for you from this self-discovery path that you're on right now, okay? So this is a great reading, actually, for your love life. So, don't get caught up in, I know that you're thinking about all this stuff came up for you, and you're thinking about it nonstop, and you're fascinated by it, and you're exploring it, and you're learning more and more about yourself, and you're thinking and thinking and thinking, and that's okay. But don't forget to feel, and don't, you're feeling a little anxious, and that's okay, because when we're figuring out who we are and we're just discovering who we are, it's okay to feel a little anxious about that. So don't make that wrong. just you're on the right track, okay? But do try to get some sleep and do try to let it go. And yeah, you're making this shift, and this shift is going to pay off for you, and you're going to have this beautiful relationship that's coming your way, this balanced relationship, okay? So yeah, that's what they have for you. I hear I'm going to pull one oracle card for you. What is the oracle card? Oh, it's the Sacred Creator cards that want to speak. So yeah, okay, well, I'm going to shuffle them, not pull it. Okay, so what do the Sacred Creator cards want to tell you about your love life? There we go, we didn't have to wait too long. Okay, collaboration of souls. Okay, so yeah, this is the number 6, which is the healing number, and collaboration of souls. So when you have this shift and you come back together with the person that you're already with, or you find a new person, or you find a person for the first time in your life that you want to have a relationship with, it's going to be a collaboration of souls. This is going to be your soulmate. Okay, that's what this card is telling us. This card talks about sacred partnerships, lovers, collaboration of like-minded and like-hearted people. Okay, finding your people, and love and connection. So this card is telling us that when you make this shift and you know who you truly are, and you know your own soul from doing all this self-discovery work, you're going to either reconnect with the person you're with, or you're going to connect with a new person, and that person is going to be your soulmate. And that's why this, it's such a temperate relationship. It's such a great relationship for you, where there's give and take, and you're in sync. So that's an affirmation. That's why they wanted me to pull that or shuffle that deck to tell you that. Okay, that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to move on to my pile number 2s now. Bye bye. Pile number 1s. Before I move on to pile number 2, I just wanted to tell you that made complete sense with this lepidolite crystal that you were attracted to, because this is about making shifts, okay? But gentle shifts, okay? Not shocking, jarring shifts. So this is about making gentle shifts in your life and changing psychological and behavioral patterns. So this makes a lot of sense that you were attracted to this stone. So you might even want to get one of these crystals. It's called lepidolite. Or yeah, that's how I pronounce it. So it's Lepidolite, and it's beautiful. I love this stone. I think it's so pretty. But yeah, you might even want to get one to help you through this shift. Okay, so just wanted to mention that as well before you move on. Okay, bye. Hi, pile number 2s. Okay, I'm going to tell you a bit about the crystal before we start, because it was important in the last one, so I think it's going to be important in this one. This is rose quartz. This is about unconditional love. This is, very much for your heart chakra. It's very healing. It's very healing to love yourself unconditionally and to love others unconditionally. So that's what rose quartz is about. So let's see what your reading has to say. I feel like they're going to be connected. Okay. Yeah, okay. So this is the past card. So in the past, you've been quite attached to material things, okay? So you've been attached to the physical aspects of your relationship, of your love relationship. So this tells me you've been superficial, okay? That's what they're telling us. You've been superficial in your past relationships. This is the devil card. Don't be concerned about the word devil. This just means you've been very rooted in the physical aspects of your relationships. So that's in the past, though. You're making a shift. I can see right here with the Queen of Pentacles. You are shifting to being in that place of understanding the internal and the external, the physical and the spiritual. Okay, that's what the Queen of Pentacles tells us, that you have, this is your present. So you are now in this place of understanding the internal, external, the bond between the internal and the external, and the spiritual and the physical. So that's great. You've made a great shift. That's really good. So, and then this card tells me that the future brings a huge spiritual awakening for you. So that's quite amazing. This is the Judgment card. So you have, you have two, the Devil card and the Judgment card, two major arcana here, and then a Queen of Pentacles. So you're making a major shift. And this Queen of Pentacles tells me that your financial and your physical world is totally okay. Like, it's okay. You've been rooted in that. You've been focused on that. And maybe you've built that to a place where you feel very secure in that. And that's why you're able to make this shift now. But, we all know the saying goes, money doesn't buy happiness, blah, 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 right? Money helps, but it doesn't buy it fully. So this, maybe you have everything, you fulfilled everything that you wanted physically with your relationship, but then you realize that there's more. And that's this place you're in right now. There's more to the financial, physical aspects of a relationship. There's more than the superficial, and you're understanding those bonds. The Queen of Pentacles understands that bond very well, and is able to, connect the two worlds very well. So you're doing that right now, and that is going to bring you a huge spiritual awakening, which is going to be very, very good for you and for your relationship. So, let's see what else is going on here with the blue cards, what they want to tell us. Okay, so it looks like some of the passion has gone out of your relationship, or in the past you haven't had a passionate relationship. That's what this card is telling me, because it's in reverse. This is a passion card and it's in reverse. So you might be okay, so this card is telling you to leave the past behind. Okay, so perhaps if you were superficial, that's why if you were in the superficial, only physical, like the physical passion can last for about 6 months, usually in a relationship, and then it fizzles off, okay? So you really need this internal, connecting the internal and the external in order to keep the passion, because the long-lasting passion in a relationship comes from this spiritual bond that you have with a person, not from the physical attraction, okay? So what this card is telling me is you're leaving that past behind. You're leaving the past behind where you were focused on the physical, and only the physical passion was there for you. And you're moving toward this moon. See, you're moving toward this moon. And this is about intuition. This is about spirituality. This is about the divine feminine and the receiving and the emotion. And so you're moving, maybe you were protecting yourself in the past by staying in this physical world and only, going so deep in your relationship, but you're moving away from that, okay? You're moving away from this lack of true passion to this deeper experience, okay? That's what this is a healing number 6, and that's what this is telling me here, okay? So that's fantastic, okay? That's really, really great. This card is telling me that you have some fear of making past mistakes, okay? So you're a little bit afraid of making the same mistakes that you've made in the past, okay? So you're moving away from the past. You're doing all of this, but you have a little bit of fear around it. And that's okay? Because what we have here is the 7 of Wands, but upside down. So this usually means that there's like some sort of power struggle or some sort of conflict here, but this reverse means you're not going to have that. So you don't need to be afraid of that past mistake there, okay? Those past mistakes, you're not going to make them. You're not going to repeat them. That's what the 7 upside down tells me, in reverse tells me. Okay, you're not going to make those mistakes again. Remember, you're going to have this awakening, so you're not going to make those mistakes again, okay? That's clear to me through these cards. The Sacred Creator cards are going to give us a little bit more insight here. Oops. Let's see what it was. Okay, what do you really want? Okay, so look at those numbers. 2 is partnership and 7 is spirituality. So that's a hint. And when they combine, it makes a 9, which is fulfillment. So what do you really want? And that's what you're discovering here. You know what you want physically. You've figured that out and you've been focused on that. But now you're focused on what do you really want? You understand that, there's more than physicality in life and in relationships. So you're figuring out what you really want in your partner, right? Not just the physical aspects of it. And you want this passion, right? You want this passion. That's why you're moving in this direction, Okay, so yeah, you really need to focus on what you really want in your relationship and in your life in general. Okay, so that's the first thing. And then yeah, one more of these sacred creator cards is going to come. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it popped right out right away. Creator alchemy. Okay, 6 again, the 6, the healing. Okay, this tells me that you can make this shift. Okay, you can have this awakening. You are yeah. So there's no need to fear here. Okay, you are making the shift. You are the alchemist, and the alchemist can transform anything. Okay, so if you're in a relationship right now, you can transform it. If you're not in a relationship and you want to bring one to you, you can do that. That's what the alchemist, that's the power of the alchemist. Okay, so, and you can transform yourself. You can make this shift from this physically focused person that doesn't go too deep and therefore never experiences this true passion to being this person who's, brings the internal and external together, who brings the spiritual and the physical together and goes deep and has this awakening and has this passion in their life and leaves that past behind and learns from the past mistakes and, lets go of that power struggle and that struggle in relationships. Okay, one more card wants to speak, so let's see what this card wants to say. Oh, there we go. Jumped right out. I don't know if you saw it. Your soul shines. All right, so this is 3. This is big picture. This is unity. And this is 4. This is allowing the path. And when they combine, they make a 7 for spirituality. So when you, this transformation that you're in the middle of right now, they're affirming that your soul is going to shine. Your soul does shine because you have connected now the physical and the physical and the spiritual. Your soul shines. They want you to know that. And your soul shines, and that attracts, when your soul shines, that attracts other souls that shine. Okay, or it also helps others find their shining, to find their connection between the internal and external and help their soul shine. So if you're in a relationship, you're going to be the leader in this. And if you're not in a relationship, you're going to attract another soul that shines. Okay? So I feel like there's one more thing that they want to say to you. I don't know what deck it wants to come from. Let me see. Yeah, it's the Grace cards. Okay, let's see what the Grace cards want to tell you about your love life. Okay. What do these cards want to tell us about your love life? Okay, let's see. Oh, well, the card that's sticking up here is love. So they're telling you, share your heart. To love another is the ultimate expression of grace. Okay, so they're saying share your heart, not just your physical body, not just your physical mind, not just your physical, experiences. Share your heart. To love another is the ultimate expression of grace. Yeah, okay, and now I'm reminded about this crystal. This is the rose quartz crystal. It's not surprising you chose this pile. This is, the unconditional love. You need to connect the physical and the spiritual in order to, be in a place of unconditional love for yourself and for the person, where the material world doesn't really matter. The material things don't really matter because you have such a beautiful connection with them at the soul level, okay? Your soul shines. So, yeah, share your heart, okay? So you're opening your heart. That's what this is telling me. You're in a place where you're ready to open your heart, okay? You're ready. You've been in a physical world. You've been focused on the physical world, and that's not deep enough for you anymore. So you're willing now to open your heart to yourself and to another and to experience that deeper relationship. So you might want to get some rose quartz. That would help you with opening that heart chakra and opening up to the unconditional love that you need to be open to in order to experience the more than physical love, experience of love. yeah, so that's what I have for you. And that's a 7, so that's spirituality as well. So yeah, you're on a great journey. Whether you're with someone and you're shifting that experience, or whether you're, searching for someone or waiting for someone to come into your life or whatever. I don't know how to phrase that really, but, open to someone to come into your life, I guess. You're in a great place. You're shifting to the place of unconditional love for yourself and for another, and sharing your heart with them and letting your soul shine and figuring out what it is that you truly want. Okay, so that's where you're at. And you're either going to shift this relationship you're in, or you're going to attract a new one. Okay, because you're a master creator here. You're the alchemist, so you can shift yourself, you can shift your relationship, and you can attract a new relationship if that's what you want in your life. Okay, that's what I have for you here today. I hope you enjoyed that, and go out and have a great day. Okay, bye. Okay, pile number 3. I'm going to explain the crystal to you because they've been important in the other readings, it turns out. So this is the Tulite. I love this crystal. It's very pretty. It's so soft pink. So this is helps us with eloquent speech. And I'm not very eloquent at it, so it's helping me here. And building rapport with people. So being a little more outgoing and less introverted. So that's what this is about. So maybe you're my shy pile. You have some shyness that you want to overcome or something. Anyways, that's what this crystal is about. So let's see if that relates to your reading at all here. All right. So this is past, present, and future. So in the recent past, you have made a shift in perspective. And it's about relationships. This is the 2, but it's also, so that's partnership, but it's also the Hanged Man, okay? So this means that there's been a shift in your perspective on relationships recently in the past, okay? That's what that's saying. And so that has brought you to a place of clarity and focus, okay? And new beginnings. Aces are 1s, and they're new beginnings. And this is about clarity and focus. You can see, so the swords, this is the Ace of Swords. That's the 2 of Swords. The Ace of Swords is, the swords are always about your mind, your intellect and stuff. So you have a new clarity and focus. This is the 3rd eye here, open and right there. So you have a new perspective. Recently gained a new perspective on relationships, and this has brought you a lot of clarity and focus and is bringing you a new beginning. Okay, so you have so that's the present. Now this is the future. So you're still fearful a little bit of making the same mistakes that you made in the past. So you had a change in perspective. You have a clarity and focus. I believe this is basically what you want in a relationship. And what you need in a relationship has become clear to you, maybe. And how you define a good relationship, all those things have become clear to you. You're a little hesitant in going into the future, that you're going to make the same mistakes that you've made in the past, okay? So that's where you're at right now. The blue cards are going to help us see a little bit more of where you're going to, what the future is bringing for you, okay? So the future is bringing you strength. This card flipped over and within the deck and wanted attention. So new beginnings again, okay? Swift movement with the wands. It's all about movement, moving forward. So new beginning, moving forward, and this is also the strength card. So this is you're gaining strength. You're gaining strength, okay? So you're going to be strong enough not to make the same mistakes that you made in the past. All right, with this card. So you don't need to, I'm going to just put these over here a little bit. And this is kind of where we're picking up from. So they're telling you you're strong enough. You've got the strength not to make the mistakes that you've made in the past. So don't be too worried about that. Whatever's happened in the past has given you that strength. And you're moving forward in this new beginning, and you're strong. And look at that. Look at all these aces you've got. Look at that, the World card. So the World card, the Ace of Pentacles, first of all. Wow, look at all these major arcana. Anyways, the Ace of Pentacles is new opportunity. So you have new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. Like you have a new beginning coming toward you, okay? Coming for you. Or you're shifting, like this is the present. So you're in a new beginning. You know, and this new beginning scares you a little bit because you're afraid of making the same mistakes that you made in the past, but don't be, because you're strong. You've got the Strength card here. You're moving forward. They're telling you you're moving forward, not backward. Okay. And this Ace of Pentacles brings new opportunities, new ventures, new, you know, and this tells me the World card is the world is your oyster. Okay. It's opening up a whole new world to you. A whole new world is opening up to you right now. Okay. And that's what they're telling me. And then you've got this Queen of Swords. Okay. The Queen of Swords is very sharp. She's very smart. She is, not a fool. Okay, so look, and this was the change of perspective that you had, was the Two of Swords and the Hanged Man, and then that brought you to the Ace of Swords, which is clarity and focus. Okay, so, and then you are the Queen of Swords now. Okay, you've gained the strength, and you're the Queen of Swords. You are sharp, you are intelligent, you are not a fool, you are ambitious, and you can get things done. The Queen of Swords can also be seen as a little cold-hearted. So they want to warn you not to do that, okay? Not to become too cold-hearted, too closed off from whatever experiences you've had in the past because of this fear, okay? So I'm hearing, don't become cold-hearted. You can be smart, and you can be sharp, and you can be ambitious, and you can be strong, like this Queen of Swords. But, you know, don't close your heart off, because you want love in your life. So I feel like this crystal is helping you become this Queen of Swords, okay? You're becoming more willing to speak up for yourself, and to you know, take up for yourself. So maybe in the past that's what you didn't do. So that's what these cards are telling me. I'm going to shuffle for one more card. Okay. This is kind of like an outcome card, I think. At least that's what it was in the other piles. So let's see what they want to say here to you. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, yeah. Look at that. You've got the Emperor card. So with the Queen of Swords, you've got this balance here, the male and the female sword energy. And the Emperor card here, he is very wise, very authoritative. Okay, so you're becoming that authoritative figure in your life. You're not going to take shit from anyone anymore. I don't know if you heard that, because I was shuffling, stacking the cards, but you're not going to take shit from anyone anymore. That's what that tells me. Okay, so you found your voice. This crystal tells me you found your voice in relationships, and you're not willing to take shit from anybody anymore. Now, again, you don't want to be super cold-hearted, right? Because you're afraid of making the mistakes in the past. So you don't want to be super closed off and super cold-hearted, and you know, but this tells me you're very strong. The Strength card combined with these two, like, you are very strong now, and you're not willing to put up with any BS in your relationships going forward. Okay, and that's great. And you have all these new beginnings coming, and you have the world is your oyster coming. So that's yeah, you are you've become very strong and very self aware, and very you're not gonna let anybody you know, take that away from you now, is what I hear. Okay, so I was shuffling these yeah, okay, so I started to shuffle these sacred creator cards for you, and these two cards came up. So light in the unexpected. So this says you're going to find light. You're the kind of person that can find light even in the darkness, okay? And then the next card is you are the light. Look at that. So you are the light. That's why you can always find light in the darkness. You are the light. All right? So that they want you to remember that. They want to call that out for you. They want you to know that you are the light, okay? So that's why you're always able. I feel like you're the kind of person, okay, yeah, here we go. I think this is kind of what's happened in your relationship. You're the kind of person that can see the good in everyone, that can see the light in everyone, okay? And that's what that's what you're fearful of, because in the past you've seen the light in people, and because you see the light in people, you see the potential in people, you see the good in people. Maybe you've stayed in relationships a little bit too long, and because you didn't want to give up on that person, because you saw their light, and you wanted to help them achieve that potential. But you've recently realized that you can't do that. Okay, you can't change another person. They have to shift and change on their own. Okay, you can only shift and change yourself, which you've done, and that's what's bringing you this focus and clarity and this strength and all these things. And the reason why you see the light in everybody else is because you are the light. So when you first meet people, when they first meet you, they see your light, right? And when they see your light, they show you their light. Okay, but sometimes that, if they're not willing to make the shift, like they might show you their light in the beginning, and they might be the best version of themselves in the beginning, but then if they're not willing to make the shift, they, eventually you realize that they're not going to make the shift, and yeah. And then you have to let it go, right? And you're the kind of person that I feel in the past hasn't been willing to let it go, because you wanted to help them make the shift as well. But you're not going to do that anymore. Okay, you're strong enough now, and you're not going to do that anymore. These cards tell me that very clearly. Okay, let's see what the Grace cards want to tell you about your relationship, your love life. There we go. That's the card that wants to come out. Anticipation. Okay. Expect the best. The world is working in your favor. Okay. So this tells me that in the past you always saw the best in people, right? But, and they lived up to it maybe in the beginning for a little bit, but then it would fade away. And then you were stuck, trying to help them shift to be the best person that they are. This tells me, this card, along with these cards, the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, which is also the Emperor, and all these cards tell me that you are going to expect the best now. You're not just going to see the best in a person. You're going to expect the best, okay? And the world is working in your favor. So the world is supporting you in that, okay? The world is supporting you in that. And so your guides are telling you, don't settle. Don't settle for less than the best version of that person. And don't settle for don't lower your vibration. Don't lower your light, dim your light to match a person who isn't willing to be their light, okay? So yeah, expect the best is what they're saying. So that doesn't mean, remember, they warned us, don't be cold-hearted, don't be cut off, don't be, don't be so super like, I expect the best, and like, you're not living up to it, so get out of here kind of thing. I'm not saying that. But what they're saying is, expect the best from yourself, be the best version of yourself, and you will attract the best version of someone else, okay? And you guys can grow together and learn together. So if you're in a relationship right now and you're making this shift and you're staying in that relationship, expect the best from the person that you're with, and expect them to make that shift. Don't just try to don't make the shift for them, okay? Don't try to make the shift for them. You can't do that. You can only make the shift for yourself, and expect the best for yourself, and then hopefully they make the shift and expect the best for themselves too. If not, you'll probably end up leaving that relationship and finding one that suits you better, okay? And if you're looking for a relationship right now, if you're single and you're looking for that relationship, same thing, expect the best of yourself, and attract someone who expects the best of themselves. Okay, the world is working in your favor to support you in your love life, in doing so. But you needed to go through whatever you went through to get to this place of strength and of being this person. Okay, I feel like the sacred creator cards want to tell you one more thing, so I'm going to shuffle them, see what they have to say. Yeah, there we go. Ugh. Okay. 2. Okay. Limitations inspire innovations. So they're telling you, yeah, you've had some limitations in the past in your relationships, but that's why you're making these shifts. So, don't make those wrong. Like I said, don't make the past wrong. And then the edge of evolution feels messy. So, Yeah, you're on the edge of evolution here. You're on the edge of, all of this. So it can feel messy. So don't worry about that either. If it feels a little messy right now, that's okay. They want to tell you that's okay. All right. Okay. These are the blue cards. Yeah. And then one more card from the blue cards to sum up this reading for us. Okay. Guys, can you sum up this reading? What's the most important message that you want to tell my pile number 3s about their love life and relationships? I mean, I know it's don't settle, that's for sure. That came out clearly. And then, okay, yeah, okay. So they want to tell you that 3 cards came out. Back to this one, okay? You have made that shift in perception, okay? You've made it. That's very clear, okay? You are the magician. You can transform yourself and your relationships and your, anything. You're the magician. You're the master manifester. You can do this. And this card, this is an affirmation card that you need. You have learned from your past mistakes and you've left them behind. Okay, that's what this is telling you. So don't be worried about this. Okay, so yeah, your shift is made. You are the magician. You will be able to attract what you want to attract. You are the light. You are the magician. You are able to create this new beginning and manifest what you want in life. Expect the best for yourself. You're the magician. You can do this. Okay. And then you've learned from your past mistakes and you're moving on from them. Okay. So they want that to be very clear to you. All right. That's what I have for you today. All right. You go have a great day now. Bye.